Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about something called paving the cowpath. So it's kind of a weird term, but it applies to digital programs, ad tech programs, pretty much any digital user interface that you may engage with.
This is an AdCoach production. Subscribe and visit adcoach.co for more content.
So let's talk about what is a cowpath. Well, a cowpath is an area that either cows or humans may dedicate and start to make on their own. So in a field, cows may take a certain path. This may be the shortest path, the path of least resistance. In a park, you may have a situation where it's a square park and some of it is paved, but people are cutting the corner or taking a shortcut to get around something. And so many people do that, or so many cows do that, that it actually makes a clear path in the dirt or in the ground. The term paving the cowpath means, well, if everyone is doing that, why don't we just pave it? Instead of making it a dirt area or an uncut area, we'll just pave it and make it part of the structure. So how does that apply to digital? Well, pretty much every ad tech company or social media company or even game has some sort of user interface. So user interface is what you, the consumer, or you, the user, actually engage with, be that an ad tech platform, a social media platform, a game, or something else. And that's different from the back end, which is where the coding is done, changes are made. So when a designer is putting together a user interface, they're trying to design it to meet two high-level needs. One, they want to design it so that users can do what they want them to do. And two, design it so that users can do what we think users want to do. So those are two very different things. So you will design a user interface, say, I want consumers to take this path to get through my user interface and to take the actions I want them to take. But the user may start using it and say, you know what, I'd actually rather it do this instead of ABC, ABD, whatever that may be. The user may give some feedback and say, I think this platform would be a little bit better if you made these changes. Now, if you ask 100 different people for their opinion on a platform, you're probably going to get 100 different answers. So it's not possible for designers who always accommodate every single consumer. They have to kind of play to either the lowest common denominator or whatever is going to be used by the most amount of people. So in a digital space, we can have digital cowpaths. Essentially, users are saying the program is designed to put me down this path, it's designed for me to do this, but I've actually found a shortcut, or I found a unique way to use this program, or found a workaround that meets my particular needs. And if enough people do that, the programmers will adjust the user interface in the program to actually meet those needs. Now, an actual example of this, a popular example, is Twitter and the hashtags. So Twitter actually didn't necessarily invent the hashtag. In 2007, a user, Chris Messina, tweeted about the idea of using the pound sign to track different topics. And his idea was that if you put a pound sign ahead of a word or a phrase, then it would be easier to follow. And his idea was just easier to follow things, in his words, easier to eavesdrop on Twitter. He started using this with the hashtag San Diego fires so that people could get updates on what were going on with fires at that point in time. Eventually, so many people started using this hashtag that Twitter officially supported it. They made the hashtag clickable, linkable, and now if you go onto Twitter and you look at the Explore section, one, they have the hashtag right there on the home page, and then if you go to the trending topics, the majority of trending topics have a hashtag in front of them. It's so widely used, and Twitter supported it as something that's just built into their platform. So there are a lot of other examples of this playing out in the space, but wanted to share that example from Twitter and explain this phenomenon of paving the cowpath, because you may see your favorite programs will change and adjust over time, and some of those changes are based on this experience and a programmer and designer trying to meet the needs of their consumers.
If you like this content and want more of it, subscribe to the channel. And if you want full-length educational content on digital advertising courses, visit adcoach.co. That's adcoach.co.